Good morning, ladies, or evening, depending on where you are in the world. Today has been quite emotional for me. I finished writing another book, um, and it was a massive release of letting go of stuff that has been in my body. Like they say, the issue is in the tissue, but it wasn't my story that I wrote this time. Um, and it took some pulling out of me, different styles, different ways of expressing um, what was coming up for the main character, Layla, what she went through. And as somebody who writes other people's stories as well as my own, it can be really challenging. And while I was in Pilates, when was it? Friday, I think. Um, I was faced with a challenge. I've been discovering muscles that even in my 43 years of being alive, I didn't even know I had. So I'm a really big fan of Pilates at the moment. Um, and there was a moment when I'm on the machine, on this piece of equipment, and I'm getting better at using it. The first time I used it, I couldn't actually do anything. I was like, oh, I don't even get it. My muscles were just so weak because I'd never used those muscles in that way before. And I managed to get it going, and 12 sessions in, really nailing it, and my body was shaking, my legs were going, and I was like, oh my gosh. And my Pilates teacher, instructor, she said, tranquila, tranquila, like you can pause. I was like, no, I can't. I can't pause. And she was just confused. So I said to her in my best Spanish Portuguese, when I'm at sea and a storm comes, or we need to jibe, or Marsha, you're going to know what I'm talking about here, and the rest of you ladies here in the group that sail, you're going to know that when you need to change tack, you need to jibe, or a storm hits, you've got to keep going. It doesn't matter if you're tired. It doesn't matter if you're injured. It doesn't matter what's going on around you. When you need to turn, when you need to do something because you've got to, you can't just turn around and say to the universe or say to the ocean or to the sky, oh, can you just hold on a minute? Just, give me a moment. I just need to take a rest. There is no rest. It is relentless. And so is business. And relentless is a word that does intimidate a lot of people. Relentless can mean exhaustion to a lot of people. It can mean overwhelm. But I choose to invite the word overwhelm to mean you're right on that precipice of a breakthrough. And there are times when we're promoting ourselves, we are doing lives, or in my case, because of poor internet, I do spend most of my time on islands. I might be in Brazil at the moment, but I am on an island off the coast of Brazil, so internet is, it's ropey at best. So I choose to do your videos via recording and then upload them in the group. And the ladies and I show up in here every single day for you. We are here, we're providing you with a magazine, and you yourself, you will be promoting your business. You will, those of you that have gained huge momentum in your business, you will probably look back and remember those times when you were hustling, you were promoting, and it didn't feel like you were getting anywhere. Like an endless pool, or a treadmill. I'd rather go for a run outside than run on a treadmill, but sometimes needs must. I like to know that I'm getting somewhere. So I do tend to track my running pace and my inclines and my heart rate and things like that. But some of us, we're there and we're showing up because we're at the very start of either a new journey or we've been on this journey for a while and we're at that point where we think we might give up. We're at that point where perseverance, a preeminent quality, is coming through and it needs to be held. Perseverance is not something that should be taken lightly. It takes courage to show up. It takes courage to put yourself out there. Now, it's all well and good, selling some stationery or selling a book. I'm talking about journals or, selling mugs and certain products which are for absolutely everybody. But when it comes to things like writing a book or selling the service of writing a book, not everybody wants to write a book. Some of my friends go, well, you've chosen the hardest thing to do, haven't you, Dawn? You couldn't just sell journals. You're actually selling a service where you're inviting people to share who they are, to share their life journey, to inspire others. And when you consider that only 1% of people in the world actually write a book and then go on to publish, and then you divide that, you drill down into that, into the amount of people that are willing to share their life story, and then the people who are willing to invest the money to be able to publish it, market it, and then keep publishing and marketing it, that brings your percentage down even more. But for me, it's so worth it, because the people I get to work with, the leaders that step up and create these legacies and expand their brands and leverage their lives and create a huge, beautiful business, either a new aspect of their business or create a business from their book, whether it's a coaching business, whether it's a podcast series, whether it's a range of public speaking, whether it's training courses. You see, I don't just write books for people, and I don't just write my own books. I don't just coach or publish. I use 22 years of business experience and expertise, leadership skills, branding and marketing, and business development and step change strategies. I bring all of that into what I do with my clients. So there's quite a lot that goes on behind the scenes of writing a book, as some of my clients have been finding out. Well, all of them have, really. And one guy in particular has come to mind. Oh my God, his joy at what he's created and what he's in the process of creating and the things that are just happening for him in his life. It's just so wonderful to see. This guy had this dream of writing this book. And he just went for it. He got out of his way completely. He took a job that would fund him extra money, and he just did it, and he's nailing it. And there are so many people supporting him on his journey. And this is the thing, when we persevere with something, when we show up and we realize that that moment of overwhelm is just on the cusp of a beautiful breakthrough, and we are willing to show up, standing our truth, stand for a purpose, stand for a cause, and give a voice or allow a voice to something in the world that truly needs it. When we're willing to be a role model for somebody and say, you know what, I get it, you're not alone, this is how I did it, that book is in print or on an electronic file or on an audio file forever, accessible for everybody from here on in, long after you've gone. So it doesn't rely on you being available. It doesn't rely on you being able to get to a stage. It doesn't rely on you having a space in your diary. It doesn't actually rely on you being alive, because the book is there. It's always going to be there. And what it takes to write a book is one of the most healing, one of the juiciest, one of the most soul expansive journeys you will ever take. And I am going to invite you to join me on a journey of discovery. Whether you work with me or whether you choose somebody else, because I am not for everybody and I only have a certain capacity to serve. But we're here to serve you, the ladies of us here in the House of Preeminence. We're here to help you. We're here to guide you, to inspire you. And we want to do it. And we want to do this with love. And we do it with love. You know, Jenny had this beautiful vision. And this vision has come alive. Karen had a beautiful vision. I mean, oh, Catherine, she puts it into pictures. And she does all of her technical stuff that I'm like, what? How did you do that? But then people look at what I do and go, huh, what? How did you do that? How did you write a book in 7 days, Dawn? Oh my gosh, how did you do that? And then Marsha, beautiful Marsha, who just transforms everything. Creates leaders as well. You know, communication, beautiful business visions. We're all here to serve you. And with our guest contributors every single month, or every other month, if there is something that you would like support with, or would like to have a discovery call with any of us, then touch base with us. Respond to the videos we gift you. This is our time we're giving you. And if there's any question that you would like to ask me, then drop it below. Or you can book a discovery call with me if you would like to transfer your ideas beyond the stage. Have something to sell from the stage. Would you like to capture your life so others can learn from it? If you'd like to do that, then I invite you to connect with me. You can do that via dawnbates.com, or you can contact me through this group. We're making it really easy for you to connect with us. So let's start a journey. This year's been one hell of a journey for most of us. It's been bloody brilliant in so many ways. It's been challenging for a lot of people in many ways. But whatever we think of 2020, it's been incredible. And those of us who are seeing it as a positive, and those who see the positives from the negatives, those that just keep rising and rising and rising and sticking with the perseverance, just keep going. Just that little more. Like one more step. That one more squat. That one more tremor of your body when you discover a new muscle group that it's like, where did that come from? Because when you persevere, your purpose, your passion, and your profit increases. So I'm going to say goodbye. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of the week. And I believe Catherine is with you tomorrow. Whatever you're doing, have a fab end of year, and I will see you on the flip side. Much love, my darlings. Ciao.